Good morning and welcome to our thought for the day. As we're not meeting in churches together, there has been a real increase in streaming services or recording them and releasing them over the internet. And it's quite interesting because, on a very human level, you get to see inside people's houses. We're doing this in morning and evening prayer, and we're looking at other people's rooms, their decors, their knickknacks, their pictures on their walls, and it's actually quite interesting. There was something in the Church Times, a cartoon about vicars who present, and what it shows about the background when they do so. And with all of these books, allegedly, that's meant to show that I'm scholarly, but what it doesn't show is the complete mess other parts of the room there are. I am not a very tidy person, and in fact, my office here is a bit like a Bermuda Triangle as things disappear in it and I can't find them. And my excuse is I'm a creative person, but actually I'm just messy and I always have been. And that says something about me. And the other thing is that as we get used to viewing all of these things, it becomes almost like a Gogglebox experience. I don't know whether you've ever seen the program on the TV, but it's a program recording people watching TV together. So it's about people giving a running commentary about what they see, a response to all of that. It's very entertaining actually, and we had a bit of an element of that when we were watching a recorded service. And one of my colleagues came on, and a family member said, "Oh, haven't they got lovely glossy hair?" And I said, "Oh yeah, and do you know?" She doesn't dye it at all. And we're having this conversation about this person's hair. And I have to say that the longer lockdown goes on, the more we'll have those revelations, let alone finding out actually what colour hair people's naturally is anyway. But revelation will come the longer we're in this situation, as everything becomes stripped back. Now, this relates to our Bible reading of the weekend on John 20, where the disciples are in a locked room for fear of reprisals, and the risen Christ comes and meets them. But of course, Thomas is not there with them. And he says, "Do you know what? I don't believe it. And until I see him for myself and I can put my hands at his scars in his hands and in his side, I won't believe it." Well, a bit later, the risen Christ comes to Thomas. He reveals himself as the risen Christ, and he says, "Come on, put your hands here and see that I am flesh, that I am real." And it's a bit hard, Thomas being called a doubter, because he gives the most amazing revelation of faith. He says, "My Lord and my God." So he has a revelation of truth. It's a real breakthrough of not only this is the risen Christ, but it's my Lord and my God. So I wonder, during this time, what is it God is saying to us about revelation in our life? What is he saying about what we need, which we didn't think we needed, and what we don't need that we thought we did? I was thinking about businesses and all the working at home, whether actually it might be a chance to let go of some of the office space where people will say, "Well, do you know what actually works with people working at home, and it gives greater flexibility, so what are we going to do about taking that forward?" And also, what are the revelations for the church as we go online? What do we do with all this online audience afterwards? How do we concentrate on mission and evangelism instead of maintenance of our buildings or just our way of life, our traditions, how we've been doing? How do we actually reach out and hold on to what we've been building up to now? So what is it for each of us that God is saying about what revelation there is? Let's have a moment of prayer saying, Lord, will you speak to us? Will you help us to hear your revelation for our lives of what to hold on to and what to let go of post-lockdown? And will you give us wisdom in that? Amen. So keep safe and God bless you.